Okay, in today's video we are looking at the manual mod version 1.5, which I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell, adds balancing to manuals, and there's a bunch of other stuff as well. So yeah, I figured I'd show it all off, show how to use it, and that's about it. So yeah, first off, like I said, manuals, you do have to balance now. You leave it like that. I kept the stick in place, but it dropped. So you do have to kind of like feather the stick a bit to keep stuff going. Or if you overshoot, it will fall off backwards like that. It's not that hard. It does add a little bit of a challenge. You do have to kind of like judge what everything looks like. Those manuals are a little bit harder. They tend to be a bit more kind of, I don't know, sensitive, I guess you can say. Yeah, you'll be able to see my controller and how this is all working. It just adds a little bit of challenge, makes it a bit more satisfying, and it also makes it look a bit more realistic, which is kind of cool. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to bring up was actually using the back brake. I guess, I'm not sure really it's officially called a brake, but yeah, you can stop using the left trigger when you're in a manual. And essentially do this. When you let go, you move again, stop, move again, stop. Which basically means, yeah, just right up this, stop, hop back, whatever. Also, Foofanu type tricks and all that stuff. It's pretty hard to do, but let's try and get an example of it. Yo, there you go, first try. The key to this is you really want to land on the edge, because if you're not quite on the edge, you don't really get much of a backwards hop. And the other point I would say is to let go of the trigger just before you hop. So essentially the wheel starts moving again, because if you're in this position, you basically just stop dead like that. If you let go and then hop, it's actually best on a slope. So we're on a slope, let go and hop. You do go backwards a tiny bit. It works better on corners because it actually like throws you backwards a bit. Let's see if we can get another one. Yeah, you can actually get like a bigger throw backwards when you do that sort of stuff, but you get the gist. So, another example of what you can do. Manual up here, brake. Start rolling down, hop off. What else could you do? I'm trying to think of some way to flip to it. That was a bad example. But yeah, also allows sort of flips to pausing on the back wheel and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Let's see if we can get an example somewhere. I'll try and figure out some way good to do it. Yo, there we go. Didn't look great, but again, you get the gist. Kind of get to see at least what I'm trying to do, I hope. Next is fader slides. This. Now, there's a little bit of a trick to these. I'm not sure if they're glitched, and I don't know, it might just be my game. But if you keep it held down the whole time and then let go while you're holding down right button, you end up like this, essentially. When you reset, it's fine. But I would recommend letting go first. So, and then you do go back to pedals, okay? It's maybe just a weird glitch. Maybe it's because it's left foot forward. I'm not entirely sure what that is. But yeah, that's about it. You do lose speed slowly. So, hang on, let's try and get... This is quite long, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but... See, that's what happens. I was a bit too late, so now I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, Just another cool variation for manual tricks. It's also nice that it slows you down. I think there was something like when you let go, it does speed you up a little bit. There's also the left trigger, not left trigger, the left button, which like takes your foot off. I'm not sure if that's intended, because yeah, if you're doing a 1 foot manual, it obviously look a little bit different to this. The foot that's on the pedal will be down, but also it kind of like gives you a weird speed boost and keeps you going like. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the use of this one is. Maybe if Line Rider watches this video, he could maybe comment and say what that one's actually for. But yeah, let's, I don't know, see if we can find another way to use it as well. You know, that works as well. Not sure if I've ever seen anybody do anything like that, but you know, hey. Next up is these Dragon Slayer manuals. They work both ways. Probably best to do this sideways so you can actually see what's going on. Yeah, you can do them both ways. It's a very simple one. Kind of looks okay if you mix it with a toboggan, like both ways. And yeah, pretty straightforward one, I think. Ouch. And while we're here, I figured it'd be worth kind of looking at hang fives and the whiplashes. I'm not sure if this is actually part of this mod. It may actually be a separate thing, but yeah, it's cool. Maybe worth showing people how to do it. So essentially you do your regular hang five, and as you'll see, my right trigger is pointing up. If you want to whip, you whip away from the foot that's on the peg. So in my case, it'll be right. When I move the stick right, the whip happens. And you want to time it so you let go of the left trigger as the frame's coming around, so you kind of get what looks like a landing. It's a little bit janky anyway, but if you keep it held down the whole time, it will just literally go through his leg. Which, I don't know, if you don't mind, you can just do like continuous whiplashes, but actually maybe you can't, maybe you can only do one. But yeah, looks a lot nicer if you can just time it. And also I like doing like a G-turn version. I say that, I can't do it. Actually no, that's completely different to what I was thinking. I actually like doing it this way, so it's like a half whip and 1/8. It's kind of like a flatland trick. It's actually something I've done before. One of the few things that's in this game that I've done in real life, because there's not a lot of flatland stuff. But yeah, whip and turn at the same time, let go, and you time it right, you end up in fakie. So that's a cool little trick. I don't know if you could do it. I guess you can't do it backwards. Maybe you can. Do it to manual. So, hang on. Yeah, you could end up doing that to the back wheel as well, like a, I don't know, something like that. Tons of ideas if you play around with it. It's something I need to play around with more as well. And finally, foot jams. Again, I think this is part of a different mod, maybe part of the trick mod, not this, but it's all kind of on the same vein of trick. So I figured, why not cover it? I don't think I've actually done anything tutorial related on it. So for me, left foot forward, hold down the right trigger, and kind of do it in a manual position with the right stick. If you go all the way forward, nothing will happen like that. What you want to do is so far down, you can see I'm not all the way down, not all the way up, sorry, with my right trigger. And when you let go, with this, compared to the back wheel, where you just pause, if you do this, you'll notice it goes backwards. He's rolling a little bit, so it helps you clear whatever you're doing it on, which is nice. Can also rotate with it. It looks a bit janky, but... So yeah, kind of opens up a few weird possibilities you can do with that stuff as well. I've never actually played around with like those ideas, but yeah, probably get a bunch of weird stuff like that as well. Finally, another cool thing you can do with the Footjams is you can whip out of them as well. This works like the whip with the Hang 5. It's also the same direction. You move the stick. Hang on, I need to check. Actually, no, I'm lying. You do it to the left in this case. So the stick's currently up. Kind of swing it to the left and you get this animation. But depending on your foot forward, I guess it'll be the opposite, but just play around with it until it works for you. And that's about it. Again, if you don't let go, it will just complete like that. So it's the same as the Hang 5, like the never-ending foot through the frame thing. So you don't want to time it. Maybe when it's about 3/4 of the way around. Should be enough. So yeah, it at least somewhat looks like he's hopping back to pedals. And again, combine that with the other tricks I've showed you as well. You get a bunch of different weird ideas you can do with that. So I don't know, let's try doing it somewhere, see if we can figure out an interesting way of doing this trick. Yo. And yeah, that about covers everything that's in the manual mod. And maybe some extra. Yeah, anything manual related, at least I wanted to cover in this video. I'll add a link to the Discord server. I'm not sure if I'm okay to link directly to the file. I may want people to actually come into the server. You know, build a community and all that stuff. So yeah, in the description there will be a link to the server. Go into the scripts room and you'll see, I think it's at the bottom, or it is at the time of filming. This works with multiplayer as well, so you'll be able to do all this stuff there. And to finish up, I'll just try doing like 1 or 2 little tricks using all the stuff I've mentioned here. And yeah, that's about it. Ooh. Yeah, so here's some stuff I thought of. Yeah, so there you go. Just a few kind of simple examples of what you can do with these tricks. Honestly, they're not easy to do. You will need to play around a bit to get them figured out, but once you're there, like, yeah, just more cool stuff to add to your collection. And that's about it. Plenty more to come. I'll let you know if any more weird mods come out. I'm going to try and use this channel to kind of keep updated on anything mod related, multiplayer, other trick mods, maps, etc. So please hang around if you like that stuff. And let's go Whiplash down here. Okay, that looked bad. Anyway, I'll see you next time.